Our last story tonight comes as a dose of Monday motivation. Thanks to a primate that played doctor. I'm talking about a wild orangutan in Indonesia. He got injured in a fight, but instead of waiting for help, the wild animal got innovative. He made a paste out of a medicinal plant, applied it to his facial wound and healed himself. This is the first time a creature in the wild has been recorded treating an injury with a medicinal plant. Where did the orangutan learn this behavior from? Do other animals self-medicate? And what's the lesson for all of us? Here's a report.
This is Rakus, a 35-year-old wild male orangutan. He lives in Indonesia's Gunung Leuser National Park. In 2022, Rakus developed a wound on his face. Researchers believe he was injured fighting with rival male orangutans. But soon after his injury, the orangutan was observed doing something uncanny.
He was observed feeding on this plant for 13 minutes, and then he continued chewing but stopped swallowing and put the plant sap from his mouth precisely onto the wound. And he repeated this behavior for 7 minutes.
And he would keep going back to the same plant. That's when researchers discovered that Rakus was self-medicating. His leaves of choice came from yellow root. This is a medicinal plant. It has anti-inflammatory and antibacterial properties. Yellow root is used by people throughout Southeast Asia. Some even use it to treat diabetes and malaria. Now, Rakus was using this plant to treat his wound. And within 5 days, the wound had closed. Less than a month later, it healed without any signs of infection. This is the first time a wild animal has been observed using a plant to treat a wound, and this is a big deal, for 2 reasons. First, it adds to evidence that humans are not alone in using plants for medicinal purposes, and secondly, because records of animals medicating themselves are rare, especially when it comes to injuries. Now, other animals have been observed healing themselves, but in a different manner and with less precision. Even so, their abilities are worth appreciation. Animals that are wounded in the wild or stricken by disease have a remarkable ability to treat their injuries. Some call them nature's pharmacists. Apes rub their fur with millipedes that contain insect-killing chemicals. Some birds do the same thing but use ants. Orangutans rub chewed-up leaves to soothe sore muscles. Chimpanzees and gorillas occasionally eat whole leaves to help them expel parasites. And where do animals learn these techniques? There's no one clear answer. Insects as small as caterpillars and ants self-medicate. But when it comes to small-brained animals, this is usually a matter of instinct. While animals like monkeys or sheep acquire skills through experience, it can be almost human-like learning and sharing of expertise. But most of all, scientists say that natural selection is at play. Animals that eat medicinal plants at the right time survive more successfully than animals that don't, which causes this behavior to spread. So, where did Rakus get his ace medical skills from?
He might have learned it from his mother or another orangutan. And we know that orangutans do social learning, so they show peering, which is close distance observation of another. So they sometimes come close 10 to 20 centimeters, watching another, for example, processing and opening a fruit in order probably to learn the mechanism how to do it.
The study of self-medication in animals is still struggling with a lot of unanswered questions, so there is no certainty here, except that Rakus got innovative, healed himself, and gave us a healthy dose of Monday motivation.
Firstpost reports from the world's second largest continent. Hello, I'm Alison Lagrange. A very warm welcome from Durban, South Africa. We get you the news and the newsmakers from Africa. South Africa goes to the polls on the 29th of May. I will track the election and bring you ground reports. Is it the end of the road for the African National Congress? And will former President Jacob Zuma stage a dramatic comeback? From elections to climate change, to innovations and opportunities. As the world's attention shifts, we report from Africa the heart of the global south. Join me every weekday live on Firstpost.